from NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Watson with a give to Miller. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Check 27 points down, he's coming. Watch the shoot.
From the gun on third, Watson. The catch made by Miller. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 31, check 34. Top 22, check, over. 22, check, over.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Watson on target here to Fuller. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 35. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Well, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the Raiders' 3-yard.
Now it's Watson. And he is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, let's get set. Ready, go.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First down, Raiders.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
The 7-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, come on. Watch the curve. Wheel. Slam. Twist.
On first and goal, Washington. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. DeAndre Washington. His second touchdown on the season. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming.
One set.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. Got an open man, it's QT. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, and this is incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Right there.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Watson. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check behind him.
Throwing again is Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards, a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Watson looks to throw again. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
56. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs. In the top 5 in the NFL, it's all a mindset. And I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
At the 39-yard line.
24.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And it's a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Focus, defense, focus. Check.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson rolling to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Here's Jackson to throw again.
forced it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack on 1st down, Watson. Give him 9 on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
That's good for Texans.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. 54. Here we go. Mike, 55. Mike, 55. He's crashing. He's checking crash. 64. Wait. Me. I got motion man. Me. I got this. Hey, 59.
Here's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. And finally marked down at the 23. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 68 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Play action. It's Jackson. Being chased out left. He's got the first down inside the 10. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Now here's Pollard. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Check set. Look at the egg. Check 53. Got you. Got him. Go.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Safety screaming. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
On second and 9. Watson flush to his right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Okay, Brady, I see you. What's that? 19. 53 at the mic. And 31. Check.
On third down, Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. On second down, it's Pollard. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Here's Jackson to throw, escaping the pressure right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They run the counter. Pollard. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Oakland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he powers his way up past the 30. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Watson. And his pass incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Watson now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. The extra point by Carlson up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. Pushing through the contact. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. It'll be a gain of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, 31! 56 to Mike. 56. Hey, pick your game up.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He'll return it from the 6. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Jackson now. Going to throw again. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Jackson throwing on 3rd and long, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
At their own 35-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
To
throw is Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Steps away to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
56. Here we go. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well. third quarter and you've got the lead, you're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Come on, D. Check it out, Reed. It's free, check. Shit.
Here's Pollard again. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. I call it no gain there on the first down play. But he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And oh, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, he couldn't turn it into much more.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Watson on the keeper. Thrown away and incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And that is no good. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Chris Godwin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
On third down, it's Miller, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson finding fouls complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
56, the mark, 56, check, 56.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal.
56, 24, 19. Tackles.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it second and goal as they look for a late touchdown. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here's Miller. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They come out here in the eye. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as he'll go for it on 4th and goal.
Right there, 56. Let's go. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. Hey, let's get this.
Here's Watson on the sneak, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. The intended target was Chris Godwin, but it's going to be 2nd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
31 yards there and a first down. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A handoff right side. It's Washington. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong, whatever you call.
side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we